as some of you are finishing up the THOLIN fusion, I have my dwarf hammering away some masteries in Minotaur. This fusion, you may not have realized, but is going to save you thousands of gems in the future. There's a lot of champions who can do Minotaur solo, but I gotta say, THOLIN is a very, very budget-friendly option if you pick up this champion who can also, I imagine, scale up to do it very fast. Now, I don't have him in a very strong set right now, so he's doing it very slow at around 30 seconds, but give it a few weeks or some change of gear, a 5-star soul and actual masteries complete, plus books being finished, and this dwarf is going to absolutely pop off in this dungeon. So I want to go ahead and do a few more fights real quick and then jump into the importance on why you should have a solo farmer for Minotaur. I've done videos on this in the past, and even if you don't have THOLIN, I'm sure you have a champion with AoE abilities who could do this solo in some pretty good time. But the reason that THOLIN is so special is his passive. His passive is going to make him not be able to be crit by bosses. Enemies from the Corrupted Alliance, bosses, and minions cannot land critical hits on this champion. That means the likelihood of the Minotaur killing you is significantly lower. Now remember, I said I'm working on his masteries right now. So he has 0 masteries done whatsoever. He has 0 books. He has a pitiful 1-star soul that I'm hopefully going to upgrade, and he's doing this very quickly. Now the next layer is maybe I had OP gear on him. That'd make this a lot less relatable. I don't have OP gear on him. His current stats are 7,000, so he does have pretty high attack. 7,500 attack, 232 speed, very low crit damage, doesn't have surprisingly high HP, defense isn't very good, he has no books whatsoever, he has no masteries whatsoever, and he's doing this very well. Now, as far as the gear sets for this champion, obviously I'm using 6 pieces of Merciless because it's going to give me 35% defense ignore. But if you don't have 6 pieces of Merciless, you could throw them in a lifesteal set. You know what? For the sake of this video, maybe I go, okay, main build. These pieces really aren't that special either. Let's save as champion presets. We'll go ahead and click through them. So we have a crit rate pair of gloves. I don't ever put crit rate pair of gloves on any of my champions, but for him, I do have it. We don't need a ton of accuracy for him. Matter of fact, his A1 ability can't be resisted by enemies from the Corrupted Alliance, bosses, or minions. So he's placing this most of the time anyways. I don't have it booked, so it's going to be a lower % chance to place to begin with. But either way, let's look through these pieces real quick, and then we'll jump into some more details and then explain to you all why Minotaur soloing is one of the best things you could be doing for your account as far as efficiency goes. This ring is just not optimal whatsoever. We have a decent necklace and then a pretty decent banner as well. I'd say very relatable stats to a lot of players, but if we drop it down to, say, lifesteal gear, I actually don't have any lifesteal gear. That's unfortunate. Maybe we just took this pair of gloves off. Actually, no, let's take this chest plate off. This is being a little bit brave. I'm not for sure if this is even going to work, okay? But you know what? I got faith in my little dude THOLIN to see, can he do it? I don't know. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to guess yes. Also, take into consideration there's only 2 epic champions here. Both of them, of course, don't have their masteries complete, which is why I'm running them through here. But I'd typically be running with more champions, and that's where you should be taking your account eventually as well. Running, ideally, 4 champions alongside your main mastery farmer to get the peak efficiency possible. We don't have any decreased defense. He's not even ignoring defense now, but he's working the Minotaur down. And guess what? The Minotaur's not going to crit him, so there's never going to be a surprise where he just gets dropped. And apparently I didn't fully read his kit because he's healing himself as well, which is why is a solo Minotaur champion so important? Well, you got to get masteries for your champions. There's 2 ways you can get them. You can run Minotaur, unfortunately still stage 15, or you can purchase them from here for 800 gems. So what are you saving by doing it in Minotaur? Well, you're spending about 640 gems versus the 800 that you would be doing if you're just purchasing your masteries outright. That 640 gems is only if you're solely going from gems to energy. More realistic, you're spending 2,100 energy to get full masteries on one champion in Minotaur. Now, there's a lot more benefits than that, which we'll go over. So 640 gems if you had 0 energy, but remember, you're getting energy from tournaments, from events, from Curse City, from Doom Tower, from just random stuff you get gifted because of compensation from maintenance. You're getting all kinds of extra energy. So you could essentially be getting your masteries done for 0 gems if you save up your energy. So that is going to be compared to the 800 gems to purchase Masteries. If it's going to cost you 2100 energy to get one champion's Masteries complete, well, that would mean 2 champions is 4200, 3 champions is 6300, and so on and so forth. So obviously, if you have 4 champions in here, all needing Masteries most importantly, then it's going to cost you about 8,000 plus energy, somewhere around that range. You can use some gems, you can use just your pure energy. Either way, it's going to cost you about 8,000 energy. Now, of course, if you were to just purchase your Masteries with gems, it's going to be 4 champions times 800 times 4. We're going to go ahead and divide this by 40 times 130. It's going to cost you 10,000. So right there alone, you're saving 2,000 energy just by doing Minotaur. But that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what you're going to get from doing this solo. Whenever you're going through here, you're also going to be picking up silver as well as experience. With the experience, it's a 100% experience pool. Your solo champion is most likely going to be level 60, so he's going to be taking his cut and it's going to be wasted. The more champions you have, the smaller waste it's going to be. If you have 2 champions, your solo, as well as the champion you're trying to level up plus get Masteries on, this is going to be a 50-50 split. THOLIN is going to be wasting 50% of the experience, and Hitatsu is going to be gaining that 50%. If I make it 3, of course, it's going to be 33, 33, 33, so 33% is going to be wasted. We can take it all the way down to 5 champions total. Well, this is going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's going to be 20% wasted on THOLIN, but a total of 80% utilized between all the other champions. So ideally, depending if you have the Forge Pass, if you have your 2x XP going, whatever extra experience boosting method you have enabled, it's going to be even more impactful, which is awesome. So make sure you have as many champions in here as you can, getting their Masteries, getting their levels done as you're running through this. It's just going to be much easier because instead of having to use brews, instead of running through campaign, you're just getting the levels as you're doing their Masteries anyways. But that's not all. There's more. So not only are you getting the experience and the Masteries, you're also going to be picking up 7,420 silver per run, which is going to turn out to about 1.1 million silver per champion. Now, if you have 4 champions, it's going to be about 4.4 million silver once you finish their Masteries. So what is this saving you as compared to purchasing it with gems? So if we do 4 champions, we're getting 4.4 million silver made. We're going to be earning a ton of experience. I believe the experience earned is going to be like 20,000 experience per run. So if we're doing 150 times 4, if we're doing 600 runs times the 20,000 experience, it's going to be different experience depending on what XP boosts and things you have going on. But we're going to be getting a lot of experience from this. So you're going to be leveling your champions. Most of the time you do this, the 4 champions you have, if they're 6-star, they're going to be ending up in the upper 50s of levels. You may have to drop a few brews, but they're basically going to be finished. So you're making 4.4 million silver. You're saving 640 gems. Not earning, but you are saving basically 640 gems. You're saving the equivalent in energy, which is going to be that 2100 energy number. But this is where things get especially crazy because you don't only have to mastery 4 champions, you're going to have to mastery hundreds of champions eventually. So even at 40 champions, you've saved 6,400 gems, which if we convert that to energy, 6,400 divided by 40 times 130, that's going to be 20,800 energy. Almost 21,000 energy that you saved by just farming Minotaur instead of purchasing the masteries with your gems. You've also would have made 40 million silver, which with the current faction war situation, 40 million silver is absolutely insane. Now, with that said, THOLIN is doing this run in the, 30 seconds? If you're doing Minotaur in 30 seconds and you need to do 600 runs times 30 divided by 60, that's going to take you 300 minutes divided by 60 again, 5 hours. 5 hours of nonstop running, that's really not that bad. That is the correct math, right? 30 seconds, that gives me minutes divided by 60. That gives me, let's make sure that's right, because that's actually not too long. So 30 seconds times 600 runs, that is 18,000 seconds. This is 300 minutes. This is 5 hours. Yeah, that's really not too bad at all. honestly. Obviously, you could throw on any relics for him. You could throw on Cat's Gaze. At bare minimum, I'd say give him a Talon, one of these, make him even hit harder, go through the waves even quicker. But he's a great champion, guys, for this especially. Now, as far as being an ultra in-game champion, is he going to make it into your most meta teams? I kind of doubt it, unfortunately. But this is good. He hits hard to clear it. And the best part is he doesn't need any books whatsoever because this passive makes it very difficult to kill him. He's not a very tanky champion, though. So you're not going to be able to push him into like other areas solo necessarily. But here he works out very well. And he's even going to get better as we get more and more masteries and books and all that kind of stuff into him. It's CVC, so now's the perfect time to go ahead and farm some Minotaur. If your clan is pushing, it is non-personal rewards, so keep that in mind. But either way, guys, best of luck. Let me know where you're using THOLIN. If you have any special plans for him, let me know if you're going for the 5-star soul. I think if you're going to be using him, you should definitely go for it. The 4-star soul is very impactful, and getting that 5-star soul picked up is going to give you that 4-star soul benefit. I hate they didn't add the 4-star soul in the event, but either way, if you don't even have THOLIN, definitely still build a solo Minotaur farmer. There's plenty of options. If you have a +4 Siegfried that you want to throw into solo Minotaur, hey, he can do it very fast as well. Does he do it as fast as THOLIN? Not quite. He does it about a fraction of the speed at a total of 9 seconds. So, hey, try out what you got, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.